Now introducing your speaker for tonight, xRegisAce. Now introducing your speaker for the night, xRegisAce. Good morning to the people that are just as hyped as I am about Deepwoken, the people that are just waking up, my loyal fan base, my homies, and good night to those hyped about Deepwoken across the other side of the globe. Today's video is very short and sweet. We are just addressing two topics: why it's important to parry and class builds. Honestly, I sat here for about an hour on how to properly introduce each topic, but I really don't know how to do this because, simply, I'm not a tester. But I like to say God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. So hopefully we see my name in wave 0, 1, or whatever the wave is. Hey Rag, the community would definitely love a clarification on that wave system. Alright, let's get to it. So I think best way to talk about why it's important to parry is because of this clip right here. At first, I thought this person does not know how to fight or just like misclicked somewhere and that was wraps for an infinite combo. But I gotta be careful on what I say, simply because I have yet to try out Deepwoken. So I looked at it from a different perspective. Now I know Infernasu loves to box, and I decided to think from the perspective of him. Is there really such a way he would allow himself to get infinite comboed? No. So here are possibly two things. Either these two players were testing out something, or like this dude legitimately misclicked and couldn't get a block or parry off. Nah, we're gonna ignore the fact that the guy was definitely maneuvering around him pretty quick. I know guys, you're 100% stretching this, but I think it's important to note how many times the devs, Rag, and even the live stream Q&A we have had has mentioned parry. Like it literally sounds like it's our lifeline, and in a way, it is. I think in the game, you don't need to be a total sweat at it. Hold on, don't quote me, alright? I think, it's just a thought. But you need to be able to understand the concept and then be able to do it. Then you can go crazy with the moves you know, get creative with whatever magic you learn, unlock, find, or however that system truly works. Now I could move on to the next topic, but I do not think you understood how serious I was when I said it's important to know how to parry. So I'm going to say it 1,000 more times before we move on. Are you ready? Alright. Parry, 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 parry. So, to the next topic, the class builds. Alright guys, I'm tired, so I'm pulling out the deep voice. I'm not gonna sound super friendly. I try to sound friendly and energetic when I'm talking to you guys, but anywho. I'm 100% sure you practically make your own class and build. Now yes, we got the general classes you've seen in MMO, and for the sake of the rest of the video, I do hereby declare Deepwoken the first true ideal MMO RPG game on Roblox. Now, okay, I've been on Roblox for about a super long time, super long time. I'm one of the OGs, so I may be forgetting some of the OG MMOs, quote unquote RPGs, whatever. Correct me in the comment section. Anywho, general classes such as warrior, rogue, mage, although I believe one of the streams Rag had mentioned he has yet to see someone pull off being 100% mage, so what else there? Priest, archer, in which I should mention, Main and I have played MMOs together for years, like 5 to 7 years, and he knows I love archers. And if need be, I can be a priest, because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to sit here for 2 hours looking for a healer. None of that. LF healer for dungeon. None of that. Let me just be the healer. So I'm really hoping that there's a possibility of an archer build, although that's very low because it's just flat out easier to keep the game combat restricted to fist or close range weapons. At the very least, Rag or Arch, if you see this, throw some healing stuff in there for me. I know some big boss is going to exist, or I at least hope so. So, the clip that's currently playing, we see this person dual wielding, and if you do not know what that means, It's pretty self-explanatory. You have two weapons equipped and drawn at the same time. Usually we see DPS classes, damage per second, such as rogues or assassins rocking the dual wield, but clearly this person is using a cutlass and a dagger. So now it brings me to the question, how many weapons will be dual wieldable? And if so, does that affect the type of combat you have, your stance, whatever? And it almost looks like for a split second the person switches stances, but since stances are not confirmed and we want to be smart about this, I'm going to go with the idea that was a feint. Also, notice how the person the entire time is only swinging with the cutlass. So this could be just a baiting technique that always makes you be cautious of the dagger, because who knows, it might have a high crit damage or something. Once again, so many unanswered questions about the game, and more we have yet to learn about. Now, right here, I want you guys to go in the comment section. I really want to know what type of builds everyone is interested in. Because, keep in mind, there are pole arms in the game, shields, one-hand swords, I'm pretty sure two-hand swords, axes, etc. The list goes on. I can't read their mind. Have yet to see a staff though, so recipes to my mages out there. Then you need to take into account armor. Is there going to be heavy chainmail armor, leather armor? If you've played MMOs, you understand what I'm saying. Because like right now, I'm straight geeking out. It's really interesting to see how this class building thing will be developed by each player, because it allows you to have your own unique build. Obviously, you can copy others that, make strategies on YouTube talking about basic, one hand, offense, starter, build. Something that gets you going. But then eventually you're going to want to build on it and then make it your own. Alright? So, one last point before I wrap up this video. Look at this combo. This is pretty crucial. Heads up, all the leaks that I have is allowed to be shown to the public. None of my homies that are into Deepwoken do not leak anything to me. I want to cry about it, but I respect it. I respect it. They will never. And I respect that. Anywho, let's get to this. I would like to fight someone I know. And the other question is, or the option, I want to spar with an instructor, 20 notes. The notes are, I believe, currency in the game. So specifically focusing on that instructor. Are instructors NPCs? Because we didn't get to see that option. Or could players themselves be instructors? Alright, I know, it's a stretch. Regis, calm down. But for our sakes, and so your brains don't melt down and you can digest everything I'm saying, we're going to say they are NPCs. So they're going to have smart AIs, and could you potentially learn something from them? Because usually an instructor is here to help you, get better. And you master a certain fighting style or how to defend, and then they usually pass down something to you. Which even makes me think right now, could you gain like an item, a weapon, or something from an instructor? Because this might be a long shot. This might be a long shot. But I'm pretty sure in Deepwoken, we don't understand how interactive this game is going to be. Like, I didn't play Rogue. I wasn't a fan of Rogue. Like, I watched my homies all play, and I was just like I don't know. I'm too lazy to get into this game. But I feel like there's a lot more to gain, because if there's instructors, I just can't see RAG putting instructors in the game if you're not going to gain anything from them. So could other NPCs give you something? Could you learn? Like they could tell you a little folktale if you're talking to people in towns or something, and they say, be careful of the sea monster. I still don't know if there's a sea monster. Everybody says there's a sea monster, but we have yet to know if there's going to be one. But I don't know. I feel like you can gain stuff from instructors, certain NPCs. It's just a theory, though. I'm not sure yet, but hopefully. Where was I? I don't know. It was just a random thought I just had right now, you guys. Yeah. Those are just some questions to leave you guys off with, Make sure you pay attention to close details when we look at these things. Anywho, that wraps up today's Deepwoken breakdown video. If you guys have any questions or theories, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I love reading these. You guys loved my last Deepwoken breakdown video. So be sure to leave what type of build you'd like to see or be in that game. Remember, right now the sky's the limit when it comes to these creative ideas. Please leave a fat thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to. Hit the bell notification. Until the game is out, no one can tell you no to whatever you want to say or ideas, so go crazy. And remember, as the great IB Main said, I just want to play Deepwoken, man. Peace.